Hi, my name is Jana Cameron, and in this video I would like to share some of the best interview tips with you, which hopefully you can apply in your next job interview. There is a large number of interviewing techniques used by hiring managers. The most common is an unstructured interview, and it is typically used by line managers. Most of recruitment consultants and HR people would use either structured interviews or behavioral interviews. If you would like to get a list of most common questions, please email me and I will send them to you. Regardless what questions you get asked, the following slides will help you to prepare for an absolute majority of them. At the interview, you typically get asked questions about your technical expertise and your team fit. What it all leads to, directly or indirectly, is qualifying what you can actually bring to the company and its financial results. So what matters the most is the bottom line. How much money you can make for them and how much money you can save them. This is the mindset that you need to get into when answering performance-related questions. So how to prepare for an interview? Well, first of all, you actually really need to know yourself well, specifically your strong points and weak points. So write down 4 or 5 strengths and 1 to 2 weaknesses. Write a short example of an accomplishment using each strength, which is obviously the easy bit. Now to the weaknesses. So you need to choose a weakness that you have turned into a strength or a weakness that you have overcome. Next is writing accomplishments. Select 1 for an individual accomplishment and then 1 for a team accomplishment, no more than half a page, and make sure that they include examples of your strengths. Now I will show you what is the universal answer to any question. So first, make an opening statement such as, I have strong team skills. Then you need to amplify the statement. Throughout my career, these skills have helped me through some tough times. Let me give you an example of what I mean. And then give a real specific example. Provide facts, numbers, percentages, people's names, and outcomes. Then just wrap it up and give back to the manager. Based on what I've just described, I feel that my strong team skills have helped through some difficult situations. Is that what you are looking for? The key is the answer should not be longer than 2 minutes, because nowadays people don't have a long attention span, and if you don't keep them engaged, then you will lose them. Now, if the answer is shorter than 2 minutes, the chances are that you will get asked additional questions. Now, this is the number 1 tip, the best ever. Always lead the interview towards your major accomplishments. If you say something like this at the beginning of the interview, I don't have a complete understanding of your real job needs. Would you please give me an overview of what the job entails and describe some of the key challenges in the job? Then I can give you some examples of work that I have done that are comparable. And then listen. It will allow you to describe projects you have worked on that are relevant and important to the job. Managers generally like candidates who are more forceful and who ask good questions. Some other questions that you can ask could be, what does the person in this job need to do to be considered successful? What's the biggest problem that needs to be addressed right away? What types of resources are budgeted for already? Why is the position open? And how have you developed your team members? To close the interview, it is good to ask for the job, obviously, only if you want it. Tell them that you are interested and ask what the next steps are. Sometimes you have to ask all these questions to understand what points you need to get across. It is actually your last chance to save the interview. Because if the next steps seem unclear, you need to ask the interviewer if your accomplishments seem relevant to the performance requirements of the job. If there is a gap, you actually need to fill it. And again, you need to present your strengths. So what's the key for a successful interview? Okay, preparation. Number 2, preparation again. And number 3, surprisingly, preparation again. Basically, if you are well prepared, you are more confident and provide more thorough answers. If you know how to give complete answers, you worry less, and you also are able to ask better questions because you actually can focus on the questions themselves. All of this improves the odds that you will be assessed fairly, especially if the focus of the interview is on detailed discussions of your major accomplishments. I hope you have enjoyed this little video, and I'm looking forward to working with you. Best of luck in your next job interview.